Can you niche without niching? A lot of coaches really struggle with the concept of deciding on a niche because it's still being understood as a demographic, a section of people that needs to be quite narrow. And the narrower it is, the more effective it is. However, over the years, I've learned that you can niche on experience. Rather than talking to a particular type of person, you can speak to a particular type of experience. So let me give you an example. Rather than focusing on leaders in a particular industry in organizations, you could focus on the experience of being in a position of great responsibility. Right? So I often say this, that I work with people who consider themselves in a position of great responsibility. This is often a leader in an organization because everybody's looking at them to make the right decisions and there's a lot at stake. But think about parents. Every parent is in a position of enormous responsibility, and maybe not as many people are looking to them to make the right decisions. But there's at least two very curious eyes who look at you and watch your every move, listen to every single word and sound that you make. I consider that a position of enormous responsibility. So it's not about the position that you're in, but it's about how you experience you being in this human condition, right? So if you take responsibility, if you recognize you being in a position of responsibility. This is what Sartre was talking about. And he's talking about, well, we are free and we need to choose. We are all in positions of responsibility. And if we deny that, we live in bad faith. But that's to the side, right? That's the philosophical basis of it. If you recognize that there's responsibility on you and that it's on you, then you're in a position of great responsibility. And if you recognize that, I want to coach you, right? Because so you can speak to an experience of feeling stressed. You can speak to an experience of not knowing what to do and being in a dilemma, having a very difficult decision or transition ahead of you. The experience of transitioning or facing a big transition, the experience of dreading or despairing over potentially making the wrong decision. This is an experience that is very poignant. It's very niche. You can very clearly describe it. And yet, it can talk to a huge number of people. So think about a movie that's really well written or really well shot. A good story will speak to millions of people around the world from various different backgrounds, genders, ages, because it's describing an experience that people then resonate with. So in that way, you can talk to the experience rather than talk to a specific kind of person. And that's how you niche without niching.